There's really nothing in this cup. My hands are ashy. Alright, so today I want to talk about the top 10 Marvel villains. I think the last video we talked about DC villains. Let's get into Marvel villains. Again, this is my list. I'm ready to get killed. I'm ready to hear all of the slander, all of the you idiot, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But without further ado, let's get into this list, man. Alright, so for number 10, we're going to go with the XM Studios Mysterio. I have this on the list. It may not be better than any of these statues on this list, or it might not even be top 10 ever, but I'm attached to this character, so that's why I have this bad boy here. I think he's freaking phenomenal. Mysterio, I just love how he is. He's sort of like Scarecrow for me. For Batman, Scarecrow is just one of those villains I just really, really like. And for Mysterio, for Spider-Man, he's just one of those villains that I just like. I just like how he looks. I love his backstory, I love the story behind him. I just love everything about it. So that's why he's on this list. So for number 9, we have Vulture. This one had to make the list. Reason being is just the way it is engineered and orchestrated is freaking phenomenal. He's super, super tall, super, super wide, and just super, super dope. I just really love how this statue is constructed. I've always really liked this statue. I loved everything about it, always. It's freaking phenomenal. I really like it. So that's why it's number 9 on my list. So number 8, people may be mad at this, but we're going with XM once again. This is going to be the Ultron statue from XM Studios. Again, very phenomenal. Love how it's constructed. It looks just like Ultron. He has extra arms, which is kind of weird. I think he may have had that in the comics. I think this is more of a comic book accurate sculpt. Love how he's kind of looking up, has his arms up. Looks super cool to me. I just really like this statue. I'm not on the market for an Ultron, so I didn't even attempt to think about getting this. But I do think that it is done extremely well. And again, XM quality, that's the standard for them. It's excellence. So this next one, we really getting to some next level ingenuity. We have the Green Goblin from XM once again. The paint apps, the sculpt, the engineering, how he's balancing on his glider versus with the brakes, and he's breaking through, and then he has his mask in his hand, and then he has like one of the bombs, and then he has all these different things on his pockets, on his back, on his man. They did not spare any detail with this. That's why this one had to go on the list for me. Freaking phenomenal. I mean, what else do you want me to say about this thing? The paint apps are done really well. I love the unmasked portrait. I love the masked portrait. This really embodies Green Goblin. If I had to pick one Green Goblin statue to represent the character, it would be this one. So this next one on the list, this is one of the ones that I can almost say that this may be a grail for people. This is the Carnage from XM. I mean, this is like pretty much a full XM list. But this Carnage, man, I love how the base is slanted. I just really like how there's different angles. I love when there's different angles to statues, is because it makes you think, okay, how is this constructed? How is this going to lean? How is this character going to stay on this leaning mechanism, right? Again, Carnage himself is freaking phenomenal, and I think the base is really dope. I think this is borderline a grail, if not a grail. This was done very, very well. It's hard to come by these days. And if you do come by this bad boy, you're gonna pay a very, very pretty penny for this bad boy. But this is gonna be Carnage. He should probably be higher in the top 5. But I don't know, man. I don't know why. I guess I've never seen him in person, so I guess that's why I couldn't put him higher. But I think he deserves to be higher. Staying in the symbiote family, we have the Venom from PCS. That is going to be my number 5. This Venom is my favorite Venom right now. It hasn't even come out yet. 1/3 scale. It's freaking massive. I just really love how he's constructed. Love how he has the symbiote coming off of him. Love his pose. The base is not that much, but I don't feel like you need a huge base here. His hand is like the same size as like a regular hand. They really did a phenomenal job with this statue. This is one of my favorite. I think this is my number 1 Venom. I think I don't know if it's gonna be XM or probably XM or the prime. It's gonna be between XM and Primal and Venom for the number 2 slot. But this is gonna be the number 5 on my list. Let's see what else we got. Sticking with PCS, we have another villain. This is Omega Red. This guy, man, this guy is next level. I don't think I've heard any really bad reviews, anything really to talk about, anything to nitpick, anything to discuss, any negative discussion about this guy. I mean, what can you say about him? The paint apps was there, the ingenuity is there. It really embodies Omega Red. He has all of the Easter eggs and everything you would want in Omega Red. And it's almost like a museum pose, but it feels dynamic because there's a lot of movement in the statue, and I think that's really nice as well. I don't know what you can find that's wrong with this statue. It's just that damn good. Now let's see what else we got. So we're still in the symbiote family. We have the AntiVenom from Prime 1 Studios. Man, this statue is freaking awesome. These 3 right here, what was this, 6, 5, and 3. Crazy. AntiVenom. I think AntiVenom and Carnage may be a little bit more of my favorites outside of Venom. I think I like them a little bit more. But again, this is phenomenal. You can tell this is an older statue because of the base being so rounded. They normally don't do statues like that anymore. As far as bases go, they're more dynamic these days. But nevertheless, this is still freaking phenomenal. You get 3 different head sculpts with the exclusive, and it's just really cool. I really appreciate this statue a lot. So number 2, we're getting into things that we already know is going to be here. You could probably guess what number 2 is. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to guess the number 2 slide here. I'm going to give you a few seconds.
Approximately 10 hours later.
All right, so my number 2 is going to be Magneto on Throne from XM Studios once again. This is a grail. I mean, I've talked about it many times on this channel, so no need to keep getting into it, but that's going to be my number 2. This is going to be my favorite Marvel villain of all time, and you can probably guess what it is. I am a huge Thanos person, so it's actually going to be this guy, the Thanos standalone from XM Studios. Once again, this statue, man, I really love how he has the skull, the skeleton at the base. I love Thanos. I love how he is represented here. The paint apps, the sculpt, the design, everything about this statue is a 10 for me personally. I love everything about it. I think that they absolutely nailed this statue. His proportions, I mean, the base, man, fam, I had pleasure putting this statue together. I enjoyed myself putting this statue together, and I just loved everything about it. Again, this statue here is next level. If you haven't checked out my review, please check it out. But this has been my top 10 list of Marvel villains. I know that I've missed so many. I had such a hard time trying to come up with this list. So before we get off of here today, a couple things. Number 1, drop some people I missed in the comments. Let me know who I missed, the statues that I missed of Marvel villains, because I know I missed a lot. Number 2, we're doing a giveaway. We are giving away a Batman cosplay, and this is freaking phenomenal. This is freaking fun. This is from the Dark Knight trilogy. This cos baby is sold out right now. You can't get it anywhere. So if you want to get this bad boy, you have to do 3 things. Number 1, you have to be subscribed. Number 2, you have to like this video. And number 3, you have to comment on every video that I post. When we get to 500 subscribers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick a random video. I'm going to use a comment generator. It's going to pick a random comment on a random video, and that's who the winner is. So the best way to get entered is to comment on everything. So until next time, man, y'all be safe, y'all be good, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.